and everything.
to another fantastic episode of Cheap Shots with
Yep.
Luther Broughton, who is one of the best tight ends in NFL history, and I'm not one of the best tight ends in Oh, don't, dude, don't, no. Not on. First of all, not only are you a racist, no one wants you to. No one wants to hear your fucking brave shit.
Oh, you don't have to hear my brave shit, but I'm doing my brave shit.
Okay, yeah, you apparently are, and you're a racist. You're a racist, but that's fine.
We should have sucked this year, and we don't.
Well, after you lost, Acuna,
Yeah,
you would have thought the whole season would have gone in the toilet.
right.
And
Listen, I'm elated, man. I'm not gonna do any more baseball talk because I am the worst. I'm just a fan of my team. I'm not a good baseball speaker. I'm not one of those, like those guys on the internet that are experts in foreign policy, medicine, football, baseball, boxing, my wife's favorite sexual position, your
oh
ex.
my god,
There's some guys.
why would you why?
Because
Like,
I have to,
you know I'm damaged right now.
because I have to go over the top. There are some guys who are experts on everything on social media, and I'm like, scroll by, because I used to get Eric and argue, right? And you'd be like, Luther, why'd you even say anything? And it's because I was a child, and I don't let anything bother me nowadays.
I think that has to do with us getting older.
Yes, it does. It
But
does.
so I will
Some
open. Go ahead.
people don't mature.
Oh, I haven't matured, but I will because this is a gambling platform. I'm
Oh,
gonna present you with a little gambling stuff. Are you okay with
well,
that?
I went to Vegas this past weekend.
I know you did, and you probably have a lot to tell us, and you're gonna have to tell us.
I didn't
So
lose that much.
I saw something this week that said the Jets the New York Jets are currently 750 to 1 to win the Super Bowl. And they broke it down and they're like, so that means if you bet $100 on the Jets, you would lose $100. It was my favorite thing that I saw this week.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Yes.
come on. Stop it. Like,
Awesome.
you're gonna lose money.
I was waiting for you to do the math. That's a good one.
Did you really? Were you really waiting for me to do the math?
I was waiting for you to break down some things to say it's stupid. You're still going to lose, but that's even better.
I saw that on, I think it was on Facebook or something, and I was like, that's hilarious. Because I was reading it like, oh my God, tell me.
Tell me the number, right? Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. I can dig it.
So I don't want to, I know we want to go through the games this week, Luther, but we do have to go back. I know it's a while back, and I'm not trying to go over the game, the Eagles and Buccaneers game from Thursday night in the terms of let's analyze the game. I heard Luther, you remember Seth Joyner?
Mm-hmm.
Seth Joyner, a fantastic linebacker for the Eagles that many think should be in the Hall of Fame. And Steve Smith, that you were teammates with.
Steve on.
Okay.
Yep.
Ray Didinger.
Steve, who doesn't mind voicing his strong opinion. Oh, I sent you a video of Steve's opinion the other night.
Well, I had already seen it because. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I had already seen it.
Go ahead. Let's go.
And Steve Smith even said, he goes, I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't say this. He's
Right.
like, I'm only going to say this. He's like, it's past my bedtime, and I'm just basically I'm going to let it fly, whatever. But it's the same exact thing that Seth Joyner said, the
Yeah.
linebacker from the Eagles,
After I
and
sent
this
you
is
guys this, you guys sent me the link of Seth Joyner. And
okay.
it's amazing because you, me, you, and one of your buddies are on a text chain. And how many times, listen, we say stuff, but we're not game analysts. We don't work in the media. We don't watch the film. And I could say, and you could say, well, Luther, you played. Yeah, but I'm like a huge fan now. I'm so far removed. But I agree, and I'm gonna let you finish your story because I'm stealing your thunder.
No, not at all. Because Luther, you're a former player. You know the deal. Come on, you know it. You do. I don't because I never played. But when separate people, separate
Really,
players
Eric?
say, and I don't know what a bigger insult is. Seth Joyner said, he's like, this is not a collegiate offense.
No, no,
He's
no, no,
like,
no.
this is a high school offense.
Yes,
This is a high
yes.
school offense. And Steve Smith, your former teammate, said the same thing. He goes, he's like, I don't want to say this. He didn't want to insult anyone, but he's like, this is a high school offense. He's like, every defender knows what you're doing.
Every defender, dude, they like it's like they run motion to. They don't even run motion to see what the defenders are doing. They just run motion to run motion, and then they call and run their
If they
play.
run motion,
Dude, it's so bad. And if the zone reads look so bad.
the RPOs, everyone knows what you're doing.
Why are we
They
running RPOs? We don't even run.
even Joe Thomas said every run is inside zone
Dude, every run is
every
inside zone.
time.
Every single time.
Luther,
It's
they were
pathetic.
laughing. They were laughing that it was so bad. Okay, I am not, and Luther, you know this. In the entire time we've done this show, do I ever argue X's and O's with you?
No.
Never, never.
No.
These guys are laughing.
It's hilarious to see. And the Bucks must have been bored towards
Dude,
the
they
end.
said
Oh,
all that front seven. They know what you're doing.
speaking of that, Micah.
Okay.
So Thursday, I'm gonna tell you, I did 2 bets on my teams, and I'll tell you what I did on.
Well, tell us about your Vegas trip. Come on.
I'm telling a little bit of it.
Okay.
So I did. My buddy Jeff, Jeff Sexton.
Well,
He
on
messaged
Facebook,
me a
yeah.
while ago, and he was like, "Hey, man, me and my buddies from Houston. He used to live in Houston. We do a Vegas trip every year, a blowout. We go and freaking gamble. We drink and gamble and have fun for 3 days and go home." And I said, "Oh, I'll go. When is it?" So he gave me the dates, and I was like, "Well, fine. Let me. I'll go." Told Zanetta what I'm going to Vegas, and she was like, "Good riddance. I get the TV all to myself." But
You'll be single when you get back.
right. So Thursday, I'm like excited. I'm not a huge better, right?
Right.
I told you I was betting before, probably like 9-10 years ago. I got down a rabbit hole where I was betting West Coast basketball games, and I'm like, dude, this is stupid. I'm done with this. I won the Patriots. I won the Giants covering the Patriots Super Bowl. I told you I bet huge to bring my debt load down. I quit. But anyways, so Jeff was like, dude, the Eagles play tonight. You got to bet. And I'm like, dude, we suck playing the Bucks. So I picked.
How funny was it that it was 6.5?
Right. So
and they went for 2.
So I picked the Bucks. No, when I bet it was 7. Okay. So when I bet it was 7, Micah. So towards the end of the game, the Bucks are giving up points, and I'm like, watch me lose, right? So the Eagles score. At this point, I don't care about my bet. I was miserable rooting for my team to not freaking cover. Miserable. So the Eagles get down 14. We score, and Sirianni goes for 2. So I'm not even thinking about my bet. What did I text you guys? What did I text you guys? I said,
A
what is
dick
the
pic.
point of going for two? What's the point of going for two?
I know why, but okay, I get you. I get you. I know
It
why, but I
puts
get you.
you, it puts you either down 8 or down 6. So if you miss it, you gotta go for two again. Does he hate his kicker?
Well, again, Luther, I agree with you completely. When that happened, I was like, are you, what the hell's going on? But now, if you make it, an extra point wins the game. Now, if you don't make it, you still have the option to go for
Micah,
two to tie the
that's
game. I'm not
stupid.
disagreeing with you,
Micah,
Luther. I thought the same thing.
but Micah, if you score now, you don't have to. You're double. You're giving. You're forcing yourself to have to probably go for two twice if you miss. If you just make
Right,
the field goal,
but you
you
still
only
have
have
the
to make
option.
it one.
But you still have the option to go for two
Micah,
again.
I don't care what you think.
I'm not trying to say this is what I would have done. I'm trying to
No,
explain it.
no one would have done it. That was stupid. The guy is clearly playing Madden based on his play calling, anyways. So F that. He causes me to lose because if he just kicks the extra point, I push. I don't lose. So whatever. I bet $100, right? Um, the next night, of course, the Eagles play Thursday. Guess who plays Friday? Clemson.
Okay.
Random weekend, my teams play Thursday and Friday. So Clemson has been pretty horrible this year on offense. Can't score against a hooker, right? So I'm
Is
like,
that a
oh,
thing?
so I'm going huge. It was Syracuse plus 12. I told Jeff, I'm going Syracuse for 250. He said, and you were miserable last night betting against the Eagles. And I was like, oh, I changed my mind and bet Clemson. But I lowered my bet. I bet Clemson minus 12. Yeah, right. Of course, I was stupid enough to still not even take the under. I didn't even pick the under. So I lost that as well, right? So the same day, I lose two $200 bets. I go to the blackjack table and I lose $300, right? I lose. Yeah, he does owe me money. I lose $300. So at this point, I'm down 500. Whatever. It took a while for us to make the trip. So I already put my cash to the side every week that I'm willing to lose. I say willing.
Sure. That's the rule of
You
going
know,
to.
when you go
Yeah,
to
I get it.
Vegas, I'm
Yeah.
not crying because I saved this
I
for
set this money aside to lose.
even though it's stupid. So the next day, so I lose. I'm like, screw it. So the next day, I roll up to the blackjack table and I am on fire. I take 500 to the table and I am up to $950, right? Which puts me down $50 for the weekend. You know what I try to do? Get even. I try to win $50 more to get even for the day.
You know,
Guess what how much money
not something good. Something that this is not going to end well.
it might. Guess how much money I took to the room that night?
Well, you had 950. I mean, you were trying to win another 50,000. I don't know.
$0.
You busted all of it.
I lost like 5 hands straight. So at this point, I'm all in again. And the dealer, I bet big. I got 8 fours, so I split them. The dealer had like a 5. I had 20 and 20 on one, 20 on one hand. I pulled another 4 and split. I had 21 and 19. He pulls like a 5-card 21. And I've already doubled on these freaking like 150 bets. So I say screw it. All I had in my hand, I bet it, lose, go to the room, piss. I don't even. I'm like, I didn't even want another drink. So we wake up the next day. So that's Friday night. So Saturday was the big day. We go to Circa. Circa is off the strip. but Circa is like a year old, and it has a huge sports book. We paid like 150,
Like
170.
Circus? That place?
No, it's a new place called Circa.
Oh,
So
not
it's on Fremont.
Circus.
So we pay for a reserve section right in the front middle. We ended up sitting next to this kid from Medford. He's an Eagle fan. And we're talking the whole time.
Did he know who you were?
After I told him my name, he said, "Oh God, I know who you are. You're
Yeah,
back."
bullshit. He's fucking lying.
No,
Go
he
ahead.
said his dad had season tickets. So fuck you. So we got these great seats, and every meal is comp. All the restaurants are comp. All your drinks are comp. Everything recliner. Like we've got this from like 6 a.m. to 4. You could take a nap. The worst part of it, it's not non-smoking.
This guy knows he lives in Vegas. We have a listener that lives in Vegas.
Yeah, he says downtown LV.
He knows exactly what it is.
Eric knows where I lost my money. So I download the app from Caesars so I wouldn't have to pay attention to anything. It's all on my phone. So early on, I'm in on Texas A&M hard, and they are spanking Missouri. I'm like, yes. So I'm winning, and I start doing the degenerate shit. Jeff is like, oh, you could bet the second half and this, that, and the other. So I had already bet the whole game. Then I was like, oh, Missouri looks like shit. They aren't covering. So I doubled down. I bet more on that. So I go bet. I'm betting all these random games, and I'm up. I'm rolling, Micah. I'm rolling. I'm not even yet, but I'm no longer down the total of 800. Maybe I'm down like 300-400. And then I bet a parlay and everybody hits except for freaking, and it was just money line. No covering. Florida gets beat by freaking LSU and crushes me. So at this point, I'm down again. I'm like, dude, I should just take my L and roll with it, right? But I purposely didn't take out any cash so I wouldn't go like during the 8 hours we're there, so I wouldn't walk to the blackjack table. So Jeff pulls out his wallet to tip the waitress because she's been back and forth to our table a million times. And I said, hey, just give her money for me. I'll Venmo you. And Jeff has all this cash because he'd been playing poker all morning. I said, Jeff, you know what? Give me $500. I'll Venmo you if I lose. I'm hitting the blackjack table. I walk over to
Why
the
didn't
blackjack.
you just go hit the ATM?
Because he had like $3,000. So I don't want to go find the ATM and pay them $50, right?
They do bang you. They do bang you at the casino ATM.
I mean, I could just give him the money back. I mean, I just didn't want to go to the machine. I get to the table, Micah. Let's say it's $11.50. I walk away at $12.15. That's how much money I had in my hand.
All right. 12:15 is not late for Vegas at all.
No. It's morning. No. It's morning because it's Vegas.
Whoa. 12:15 in the next day?
No. 15 minutes. I get over there at like 11:50. I walk away like 12:05. I meant 15 minutes. I walk away.
You dumped all $500 in 15 minutes?
I fucking walk away with 2 purple chips. I won $500 in 15 minutes.
Oh, good on you, brother.
And I do the non-degenerate thing and I cash out. And I walk over.
And was it tough? It was tough, wasn't it? It was tough.
It was tough. I walk over and flip back the $500 chip and he looks at me and say, you got another one. I said, dude, I hit the one shoot so hard. And he's dying. He's like, and you quit? And I was like, yeah.
Because otherwise you're going to be there at 3 a.m. hitting the ATM. There.
So at this point, I'm down like the 300 I just lost. Plus, then you add in the 500. So that's 1,100 minus 5. So now I'm down 600, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm feeling good. Alabama game.
Not the end of this, and down 600.
Not the end of the world.
Not the end of the world, but you know, you're a baller. I get it.
I'm not a baller. So I get back and I start betting. Here's the freaking UConn game. I'm betting the second half. Here's the freaking Vitek game. I'm betting
You
the
bet on
under.
UConn? Are you
No, I'm kidding. I'm
football?
kidding. I'm
Oh
kidding.
my
I'm
God!
betting the under
Bucks County
of
Community
the
College is
second
gonna
half.
come back.
So Virginia and Duke is playing, and the spread is like, I don't know, 10. Duke sucks. They lost to UNC Charlotte. I go big on Virginia. Virginia wins. Bama comes on. I bid Bama to cover the first half, and they are destroying them. So I was like, okay, I could bet Bama to cover 22 and a half in the third quarter. It's 29-9 in the second half. Bama freaking scores on a long run with less than a minute left. I'm in heaven. So the Bama over under is starting to move. I bet I was trying to click the freaking under on one game, and I click fat finger over, and I have to hedge my bet and bet both of them. So I go back to Bama after betting the over like 63. It moved to 65. I bet the over 65 or something like that. Bet it big. Bama crushes it and puts like down 200. So we roll back. We finally get done. I'm happy because I'm only down like 200-300, whatever it is. I hadn't done the math. So, but some of my bets are rolling in. I lost some other ones, some random games. Then the freaking Tennessee game comes on, and I bet it big, and they are slowing down at the end. I bet the under. Then the freaking fans start throwing shit. I'm packed. My bag is packed. I got to cash out because it's not legal here. I got to cash out so I can go home. I'm like, dude, if I don't get out here and change and get my bag from upstairs, I'm going to end up being late to the airport. So finally they quit throwing shit.
Dude, you can gamble anywhere in Vegas.
I know, but
the airport, whatever it is.
I want to uninstall the app. So when all said and done, I had $500 in my hand from the other casino, and after the game ends, my app updates, and I'm at 1570. Right, so I have $2,070 in my hand, and I took out I funded my app with 1,500, so I ended up winning my money back. And then
right, so you're okay.
Right, and I took out $300, and I had 500 and something in my 500.
All right, you're fine.
I lost like $220 after
nothing.
all that shit.
Nothing in Vegas.
Nothing is wrong with that, dude. Because you're gonna blow that at a bar if I'm home.
That's the cost of your entertainment while you're in Vegas.
Guess what, Micah? If there was a Raiders game in town, I would have spent $200 on the ticket.
Well, Perry asked you. The Eagles are in town next week.
Yeah, I'm not going back. I would. And then I didn't realize UNLV played in town. I had a blast, man. We had a good time. I never met any of Jeff's friends. And those dudes were hilarious. They were fun. One of the guys, Jeff told them I was coming. Dude is funny. He's a freaking joker. He went online and bought a Luther Broughton trading card.
No kidding.
And he walks up to me in the casino, and
asks you to sign it
with people around. He's like, "Hey, sir, can you sign?" And I'm like, "Oh, Mike, I am going to stab you." It was hilarious.
That's great. Fun. That's great,
dude. I had a good time, and there's no way I can live in Vegas, bro, because you could just go there and gamble, and then and of course you're gonna hit it hard every now and then, and you think, "Oh, cool, I can do this." The casino always wins, bro.
Yeah. They
always win.
Yeah.
We had a good time, bro.
And that's kind of like where I am in South Jersey near Atlantic City.
Mm-hmm.
People assume that if you live down there, or if you live in, they asked Bryce Harper the same thing, because he came from Las Vegas. Oh, you just go to the casinos all the time? He's like, no.
Yeah. No.
When you live there, no.
Dude, it could easily become a problem. Dude, people are aggressive and competitive. And you're gonna take that attitude to whatever you do. You
Wait,
take that.
Luther, did you sign the football card?
He had a pen. I said, dude, you need a
Did did,
Sharpie.
did you sign
I tried to, but he had a pen.
it?
It was funny. I'm gonna send him a card in the mail. It was really funny though.
Hey, you know what? By the way, dickhead, I've asked you several times for a game used jersey that you have not sent me,
Micah,
and you have never autographed anything for me.
I already told you I don't have any more game used jersey.
Yes, you do.
It's on my
Because you put one
wall.
on Facebook, Luther.
It's on my wall in my basement.
You didn't send it to me.
You didn't
Hey,
get
look,
pregnant
you
by
didn't
me
send
and
it to
have
me,
kids either.
and you have not signed. You have not signed a football card even for me.
Listen. I told you last week that you were
You know who did that? You know who did it?
You were grounded, Landetta. I told you last week.
Sean Landetta gave me a game used jersey.
Sean Landetta
Because he's a friend. He's a really good good friend.
1,500
Luther.
jerseys.
That's why he's a really good friend.
Last week I told you you were grounded for talking back. You better stop.
What was I talking back for?
I don't know, but you know, your dad's gonna be out the picture soon. You better watch it.
Oh my God, the mom stuff. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Let's
pick some games.
Well, do you want to look at last week's games? You want to run through them?
No. Oh, last week. Yeah, last week is now. Yes, let's absolutely.
Yeah, it was called yesterday. I think.
Yeah.
Call it.
Listen, I'm effed up from the freaking being in Vegas and catching a red eye.
You didn't see anything.
Oh, I got home at freaking 10:30. But to your point, you're right. I fell asleep on this second half of the games and part of the first half of the second game.
I slept till 1:30 on Sunday. We had a family friend come hang out in the garage, and he didn't leave till 6 a.m. And I was like, dude, at a certain point we got to go to bed. We got to go to bed.
So let's talk about the Fighting Grudens. They
well, no, let's I got it up here right now. The London game, the Dolphins lost to the Jaguars, and this is a very, very big deal for Eagles fans because as of right now, and I know the season doesn't end today, but if it did,
we have a lot of picks.
3 picks in the top 10.
Oh my God, we just stay there.
Now, again, people say, well, if the season ended today, it's like, well, the season doesn't end today.
Take the top 3 quarterbacks on the board, whatever one you don't like, just get rid of the other ones. We're a quarterback factory.
So my question, Luther, is let's just, for shits and giggles, the Eagles have the second and whatever they are in the top 10, whatever. Would you trade up?
No.
Or would you make every pick knowing that you have a lot of holes to fill?
We have a lot of holes to fill. 3 picks in the top 10. If you're not getting freaking Michael Jordan, no.
I agree. And unless someone loves that number 2 pick.
Right.
Like if somebody loves it.
And they want to be like the Niners and give you more picks. And if you're giving me more picks, fine. I'll take 3 more first rounders because I already got 2 this year. And if I really want to move up, I could move up, but I'm going to sit here.
But I think you have to make those picks, Luther. I think you really do. Unless something's crazy. Don't package 3 of them to move up to 2 or 1. No. Stop.
Listen, you keep those picks. There's no Peyton Manning out there. No. And guess what, Micah? If somebody wants number 2 and we get number 2, you can have it because I know what you got to give up to get to number 2. Even if
I'll take 15 and 17, something like that, whatever.
Right, even if you have to move up a few spots, that's it, dude. We need too much.
You know what else is funny, Luther? And I will say this, and I admit this openly on our radio show, which is fine because I have no shame. I was looking at who are the top quarterbacks that would be available in the draft, and one of the ones
was supposed to be Spencer Rattler, and he's not even a starter anymore.
I'm getting to that point. So people are like, well, one of the top quarterbacks, maybe the best quarterback in all the country is Spencer Rattler from Oklahoma. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. He got benched.
Micah. So at the
He
beginning
got
of the season,
benched.
it wasn't you I had this conversation with. It was my cousin. He sent me the pre-draft, the preseason NFL draft, right? Mock draft, because there ain't nothing else to do before the season starts. And you know what he said? And I said almost the exact same thing. Did they watch Oklahoma last year? I said, what? I was like, listen, I get it wrong a lot. I said, why is Rattler everyone's number one pick? What did he do? Dude, and he went out and proved me right for once. I'm right. But still, I'm like, dude, I was like, what is it? Is it because he plays at Oklahoma? I'm sorry, he's not that good.
No, first of all, there's not a Trevor Lawrence out there. That's not
I
happening.
mean, is there a Justin Herbert out there? Shit.
There's not a Justin Herbert. There's not a
Better
Trevor
than
Lawrence.
Trevor.
I get it. I get it. There's not even a Tua out there. And I was like, I was telling a friend of mine.
There's a Tua out there. He plays for Maryland. His last name is Tagovailoa. And
That's
the
his
game
brother.
I went to,
That's his brother, right?
6 interceptions.
And I remember hearing earlier this year, they're like, oh, Spencer Rattler. And I was like, first of all, I love that name. That's great.
But no.
And yeah, he got benched.
No, but no.
What's his Caleb? What's his name? Backup that was. Am I right?
From Oklahoma?
Yeah.
True freshman, Caleb Williams.
Yeah, he played again this week.
Oh, he was outstanding.
I thought maybe he got benched for the game.
No,
he doesn't. He got benched.
Listen, their fans were booing him like week 3 and chanting Caleb Williams. Yes.
Oh God.
No. Hey. Anyways.
All right.
So I peeked out.
So maybe you get him in the 4th round. Congratulations.
I don't even want him, dude. What's up with Susie Colbert's accent? She's a Philly girl. Have you listened to her talk?
No.
She gives the ears, and it's so weird. See, I need you to listen to her talk like for the next 2 weeks and get back to me. Anyway,
okay. I will do that.
I'm happy that the Jags won. And what's the coach's name? Urban Meyer. I saw a meme that said,
and now what with him?
Came from behind.
Oh God.
On 2 continents this week.
Look, he was in trouble before this video came out.
Oh yeah. I don't want.
I don't know what it is.
At that point,
look, I just don't know what it is with these college coaches that think that. You think the NFL is the same? Do you really think that?
Why do they think the NFL is the same?
It's not even remotely.
These are grown ass men
that make more than you do. The college kids don't make shit. Anyway, right. So let's look. We'll run through this. The Chiefs over Washington is fine. That's whatever.
They still don't look good.
But the Chiefs, that's my bigger point. What's wrong with the Chiefs?
They don't have a defense. That's what's wrong with the Chiefs.
Oh, their defense is absolute hot garbage. I agree. Darrell Williams is fine as a running back, but Pat Mahomes is not like Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean he's not. They're not good. Their line doesn't look really well, and it's like they're trying to do too much on offense now since the defense is so bad. I'm not trying to make an excuse. I'm guessing. Like, I don't know, bro. They don't look good though.
I don't disagree with you that the defense gets hidden a little bit when you're up 28-0. Like, remember with the Peyton Manning and the Colts?
Their defense is so bad, bro.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Like, so bad.
They probably aren't the best team in the division. Maybe they are.
They They could be, but they don't look like it right now.
No, they don't.
And
And
the season's long, Micah. You can improve, and on offense, they definitely can improve. Right on
Mhm.
offense, they've been making a lot of dumb mistakes. You can correct those. They can't correct what's going
that
on
that
defense.
interception that Mahomes threw, I don't know. I don't know how you explain that.
And then his mom posted on like a tip pass interception saying that the tip interception shouldn't be on the quarterback. It should be an incompletion or something, but it shouldn't
So
be
what
an
about the one that
interception.
he threw up like a duck that they just like walked under?
So all the comments were like, "What about this one?"
Yeah.
Yes, he's been saying a lot of stuff lately, and it's like, "Mom, can you chill, man?"
Please keep your mouth shut. I'd appreciate it. At the
No,
same
I'm not gonna say that to my mom. I'm gonna just say, "Mom,
I
can
I
you,
wouldn't I wouldn't say it to my mom or his mom, but I would
mom,
also
can you
say
chill?"
Washington. What happened to that defense? Weren't they supposed to be a
Great,
nasty defense? They are not
great,
good.
not good. Mm-mm. But hey,
Washington stinks. Moving on.
let's rapid fire. Yeah,
All right, the Rams at the Giants.
I
I don't
love it.
know. I don't know what you want me to say.
Nothing. I want you to admit that I was right about Matt Stafford, and I also want you to make Joe Judge joke.
Um, I will say another friend of mine, our buddy Joe,
Joe,
said
Joe.
he loves Stafford with the Rams, and I didn't really join in. He's right, but he's right. I
I
mean,
mean,
and
listen,
and, and here's the question, Luther.
I'm not, and I'll repeat, I'm not saying Goff stinks. I'm just saying that I think Stafford was just a lot better. But Stafford is, if he
And
had
and
been on
I
a
think
good
I
team,
was wrong. I didn't think he was that much better than Goff,
if he
but I
was
think
on a
he.
good team, we would be talking about him a lot more. But go ahead, go ahead.
So here's my question. Excuse me. As someone that your father's a Giants fan, right? Like your dad's a
yeah.
North Jersey guy.
No, but my family lived in Brooklyn,
Okay, so
and so his
you're familiar
uncles,
with the area.
yes, his uncles were still up there.
How long are you staying with Dan Jones? You like him? Do you move on?
Dude, you got to move on. You made a mistake. Better yet,
I
Micah.
don't
How
think
long?
he's garbage.
But yeah, but you took him where people thought you could have got him later. Micah,
Yeah.
how long do you stick with Gettleman?
That's our buddy Joe has said the same thing.
No,
He
I
was like,
think he,
that guy's got to go."
no, I think he should stay there forever.
If you're an Eagles fan,
Yes,
but
yes.
he really has not been good. Why did you get Galladay? Why did you spend all that money and you went and got Kadarius Toney and you spent a first round pick on him? Then
And you
why did you spend a
say
bunch of money
Galladay.
on Galladay? You still have Sterling Shepard. You still
Is
have
that what you thought you needed? That's what I said. I said they've got decent enough receivers. You went and spent a lot on him, and your
yeah.
line still stinks. But
Yeah, and the
whatever.
line still stinks. Although
Keep
that
thinking.
left tackle was it George Thomas? Do I have that right? The left tackle,
Thomas
I
from
may have that
Georgia.
wrong. Has been better.
Yeah, but he was a first round pick, but whatever. All right, let's go. Let's
All
go.
right, all
Hey,
right, all right,
hey,
all right.
before we
Stop
move on,
yelling at me.
hold
You're
on.
always
Before we
yelling at
move
me.
on, the game is about to start. Let's pick the game right quick. Buffalo, Tennessee. I don't know the spread.
Buffalo, not even. I don't even.
No,
I
let's
don't
look at
even
the spread.
care if they're playing at a high school
No,
field.
let's look at the spread, bro. Let's make it difficult. I
Buffalo.
think we're all going to pick Buffalo, but what's the spread?
I don't know. You tell me.
Buffalo -6.
Buffalo.
I'm
Buffalo.
taking Tennessee.
The only and you know what? Again, my buddy Joe is big on.
No. Let's move on. I can't hear you say that one more time.
Well,
I'm
you're
muting
gonna
you.
have to listen to it.
I'm muting. Mute.
Oh, stop. Okay, so block me, whatever. If Derrick Henry plays poorly, the Titans stink. And that's the truth. And he's actually right. Okay, so Texans and Colts, holy
Thank
hell and
you.
hand grenades.
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw our friend Jim post about how great Carson Wentz was yesterday. I'm like, what game did you watch? I mean, he was okay against a shitty team. Whatever. Let's move on. I don't even want to talk about that game. I just need
31-3. Jesus,
need
holy hell
I
and
need
hand
the
grenades.
coach to keep it close. Let's go. Go.
All
Come on.
right, relax. You're getting a little antsy. On me.
The game's about to start.
All right, we'll get through this. Bengals busted up the Lions pretty good.
The
I don't
Lions
think
suck.
the Lions are terrible.
I think the
They
Lions
just can't win games. Does
I
that make
think
any sense?
They're starting to become terrible. There's a chance that happens with teams that aren't that good, that they struggle early on and get worse because their confidence is gone. And seeing their coach go through these high emotions is not a good thing either. You need your coach to be even keel. When we sucked in Philly, Andy didn't go crazy every week. He knew we were close and he just kept on us, but he wasn't crying in press conferences. And
He was well aware we lost. Yeah, I was
yeah,
there. I
yeah,
know we lost. I don't need to harp on it.
right. What the hell?
What's going on over there?
Something on my work computer. Anyways, let's go.
Okay, so the Packers beat the Bears by 10.
That's always a tough game, an intra-conference.
It's a divisional game.
It's a divisional game. They hate
Nobody's
each other.
thrilled about it.
They're really
shit
close.
happens.
Yes.
And
And
I
the
feel
Bears defense is still good. Their defense has been good for about 40 years straight. Goodness.
love me Khalil Mack. I love Eddie, the safety. Love
From
him.
Bama. Yeah.
Yeah.
He broke his leg in college. He's really good.
All right. Here's the stunner of the week to me.
Baltimore.
I don't care where this
Baltimore.
game was played. The Ravens beat the Chargers 34-6.
I knew you were going to say that.
That blows me away.
Me too.
Yeah.
Listen, there's no way I'm betting that game because I'm like, I think the Rams could come on the road and win this anyways.
I wouldn't have bet them to win by 28 or whatever.
Well, who would have, Micah?
That's my point.
They annihilate. I would have bet the Chargers to win. That's what I'm saying. I would have bet the Chargers to win.
Yeah.
They got after that ass yesterday.
I will quote, was it Leon from Curb Your Enthusiasm? Yo, they got after that. They got up and all on that asshole.
They got all up in that ass.
And they wrote Larry was here.
I hope other people watch Curb and know what the hell we're talking about.
Oh my god! My cousin sent me that clip, and he said, "What do you, Larry?" He said, "What? You gotta get up? You had to get up, open that asshole, and then when you leave, you close that asshole."
Ew. My cousin Karen is a huge Ravens fan, and she's wearing her little ugly purple shirts all around when I come around. And what's crazy is Cam likes Lamar Jackson. Cam only has a ton of Eagle stuff, a few Panther stuff, and one Lamar Jackson t-shirt. And he plays with the Ravens in the video games.
I thought he was an Eagles fan.
I'll repeat. He has all Eagles gear, almost, a few Panthers items, and one Lamar Jackson, like those jersey t-shirts. He loves Lamar Jackson, who has me blocked on Twitter.
Lamar Jackson blocked you on Twitter?
I'm blocked. He's the only person who has blocked me on Twitter. I don't even talk about football. I don't even talk about stuff. I just retweet jokes.
All right, let's go.
I went to look at something one day and it was like, you can't see his tweets. You're blocked. I'm like, what the hell? Anyways,
hey, my ex-girlfriend has not blocked me yet, and I still don't understand why. Although she did tell me, Luther, just so you should know this, on Friday night she just texted me 2 words. I swear to God, she texted me 2 words: "Hate you."
I was close.
Like, you were close. Like, Why
You
are you
be
even talking to
had
me?
that based on some of the things I've heard.
I
Anyway,
would love, we're not getting on the things
I
that
would
the
love,
things you heard.
I would love us to talk about that, but that would be a different podcast.
No, but I will tell you this. My our buddy Joe will tell me stuff that like dating profiles. Like people put stuff in their dating profiles and always like, oh, I'm a dog mom of 2 girls. Like, blah, blah. Like, shut up. You're not a dog mom. What the hell is that? Like, are you a mother or
I'm
you're not?
so glad that I am a married man and
You
gay.
have no idea. You have no idea.
I
You have
have
no
no
idea
idea.
how. You have no idea,
Listen, I would have no game nowadays.
dude. I've got none. But so this one chick, my friend Joe told me, put on put on her profile, plant mom.
weed.
No, plant. Like she has a plant.
Get the fuck out of here! What does that
What
even
the
mean?
hell is that?
Yeah, swipe
Plant
left
mom.
or right or whatever that means, or keep swiping. Good gosh.
Plant mom. I've heard cat mom. I've heard dog mom. Plant mom. Anyway, let's go.
That's weird.
Raiders and Broncos. I still have some love for the Broncos.
Really?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. But the Broncos took them out by 10.
They what?
They took them out. I'm sorry. The Raiders took them out by 10.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, the Raiders.
Sorry.
The Raiders, I liked how they looked yesterday. I can start rooting for them again.
Little Waller going on. Okay, so this is something we have to talk about, and I know you don't want to. Cowboys look legit, bro.
Why don't I can talk about the Cowboys. I can hate them and still be realistic. I said it at the beginning of the season. I think the team is going to be really good if they stay healthy.
So to back up a little bit, and this goes back to part of our problems with the Eagles. The Cowboys hit on their picks, and they do. The Eagles do not, and they have to overspend for
to make up for it. It's like they got a sprained left ankle and they're doing all this stuff on their right ankle, and now the right ankle has a stress fracture. The Eagles suck. Okay,
their drafting is quite poor. And the Cowboys say what you want.
Their picks.
They
but
hit.
Guess what? They typically go 8-8, which is hilarious because they've been hitting on these picks for years and going 8-8. This year, they're not going 8-8. This year, they're not going 8-8.
They're deep into the playoffs.
And the year that we spent a lot to move up to get Carson Wentz, they stayed pat and took Dak in the 4th round.
Yeah. So the Steelers beat the Seahawks by 3. I'm not shocked. I think
the Seahawks. I mean, they had their backup quarterback. They probably they should have won that game probably. But whatever. I'm not impressed with either of those teams. I'm definitely not impressed with the Steelers.
Was that the whole? The Vikings beat the Panthers. What do you think, Luther?
I think the Panthers are crap, and we all know.
I think they're a charlatan.
They're 3. Really, that 3-0 record was a mirage. They started by pissing away a game to the Eagles, and then and what's his name? Starting to look like Adam Gase is his coach again. Just throwing bad interceptions. The Panthers. Listen, if I had to bet on who was going to trade for Deshaun Watson, the Panthers are going to go all out for that guy.
I think the Eagles are probably in play. I think the Dolphins maybe are in play, which would be a real indictment on the Tua pick.
I think if Deshaun Watson didn't have all that's going on, the Dolphins would have had him by now, because the Dolphins had a lot of picks.
Well, the problem isn't capital. To me, the problem is if I trade for this guy, when can he play?
Micah, that's what
nobody knows.
If he didn't have problems, the Dolphins would have had him by now. They had enough. And
Not necessarily though, Luther. I think there'd be a lot of people that would be in play for him,
I'm
but just
saying
nobody
the
knows when he's going to
Dolphins
play.
have already put it out there that they really wanted him and they had enough. So they would have gone and gotten him.
Do you think? Okay?
Aren't
Tell
sold
me.
when they die.
Do you think the Dolphins are that sour on Tua?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't you?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I'm just
It's
wondering if
not like
they
the
think
Dolphins
that.
took Tua in the third round. They took him high. They didn't expect him to be a developing
They
quarterback.
took him over Herbert.
I mean, yeah, hindsight's 2020.
Taking him over Herbert hurts. It's their
Dude, he was
Jalen Rager.
already, and it's a quarterback position. He was already almost damaged goods.
So to bring it back to the Eagles real quick, and we can wrap this up pretty soon. The Eagles taking Rager over Justin Jefferson, obviously just is devastating.
Micah,
do you think
there were other receivers as well? That's what bothers me.
I know it wasn't just one. I know.
Like there were like 7 other guys. You know who I wanted, but
who are you giving a contract to first? Quez or Rager?
Easy.
Okay.
Rager does nothing now. And he's like a motor mouth, like he's a player. Like he's all arrogant and dude, shut up and get in the huddle. The only reason you're playing is because you're a first round pick. And why does he keep returning kicks from the back of the end zone?
He fair catches them, Luther.
No, he runs them out from like 8 yards.
I'm talking about punts.
Oh, I'm talking about kickoffs. He brings them out from 8 yards. Okay, I'm going crazy now. The game is on, and I'm going crazy because.
All right, I'm going to put the game on in a second, and we'll get out of here. I want to know, and I haven't talked to you about this. I really haven't. What are your thoughts on Quez Watkins?
I mean, I think he's one thing the Eagles do is get some late picks right.
That's what I was talking to my friend about. Like, why are you so good at drafting 5 through 7, but you can't do 1 through 3?
He's a good football player, and I like the kid. You know who else I think is really good? Who's underused? Well, both of them are at that position are underused. Freaking Gainwell.
I like Gainwell a lot.
Dude, if Gainwell played for the Chiefs, he'd be a household name by now.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, he was like a wideout.
I like Gainwell. I don't think he's a bell cow. And
of course he's not, but my God, you can run a ton of plays around him because he can catch the ball. He can do a ton of stuff. But again, when you have a high school offense, it doesn't matter.
Dude, that is so true. This is a high school offense. And anyway, do you want to do another show this week?
Yeah.
Well, we can or can't. I mean,
yeah,
we can just yell at Zach because that's what we do.
I'm not going anywhere this week, so I'll be free.
You're not going to Vegas this week?
I'm not going to Vegas this week. That's shit. I haven't been to Vegas since I got married.
The last time I was supposed to go to Vegas, but my back went out and I couldn't get out of bed.
I remember that. It's like,
and my wife was basically like blaming me. It was maybe if your back feels better. I'm like, I really can't get up. You're a terrible person.
She was really on your shit, huh?
Dude. She was a bad person. But hey, anyway, for Luther Broughton, I'm Micah Wharton.
Micah who? You don't even know your name when you're talking about her. Wow, you did a number on you, huh?
I was trying. She was in my head, Luther. She was in my head.
Clearly. Oh wait,
so we'll be back. Whenever we decide.
She said to tell you to stop talking about her.
You know what? I don't. Between ex-wife and my mother. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, we'll be back the next time we see you guys. I hate everybody, and especially Luther. And
I'll talk to you when you come to get Nelly. next time.
Oh God.
I'll be at the house.
That's my daughter. You're including my daughter. Screw
She's
all of
my
you.
stepdaughter,
Yeah. Screw all of you and be
stepdaughter,
good.
and step granddaughter. Wow,
Fuck you.
dude. How old is Nelly now?
5.
She's growing up, bro.
Yeah, thanks. I'm out of here. I hate
No,
you.
I mean I'm being real this time.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Those kids grow up so freaking fast. Cam is like,
No, you're not. Peace. I
it's
don't
like,
care how old Cam is. I don't care. I don't care.
yeah, until he starts dating your daughter. Good
Oh
night.
my God.
Goodbye.